Hey, how you doing? How you doing? It's the Dad Panther, writer, streamer, content creator, master of none. I'm sitting here with not so super fan Manny, and we have talked about Clash in Paris. And go check that out if you haven't. Hit the subscribe button, like, follow, notifications on, and anything in the description. We get a nice little kickback for that, so we would greatly appreciate that if you guys went ahead and just clicked and then shot around, see what's going on at some various sites. Now, today we're going to talk about Chris Jericho. Does Chris Jericho come back to the WWE? Stay tuned for that one. And then we're going to talk about John Cena. Has John Cena done enough to become the face once again after his heel turn? Trick Williams. I'm thinking a song in my head. Is he ready? I'm about to say. Is he ready for the main roster? And is it good for TNA? And then the last topic, and none of these are any special order. Rhea Ripley fans, each and every fan that was around her at the time, and we'll go into it. Fuck them. We'll talk about that. So once again, welcome to the show. This is the 1, 2, 3 count, and we're just happy to be here. So Manny, where do we go first? What's the first count on this one?
We're gonna talk about Rhea Ripley, mommy.
All right, ladies first. We're respectful. These guys weren't. These guys and girls. There's a girl right there and some vans right there.
Not at all. Especially if you by yourself and you get a swarm of people just crowding you like that. I can imagine as a woman how that feel, and in a foreign country too, in all places. But they have these fan event for a reason, for you to go there, meet them, greet, sign, pay your money, and meet them. But don't harass them when they're trying to have their free time of enjoying their time. And it's scary, because it's like, what if somebody's very obsessive in that crowd and people are not paying attention and end up doing something not supposed to? But I hope these fans get their dues or something, but it's not okay. I know WWE. I recently saw a picture that they gave one of it was Roxanne Perez. She has security guards with her, but
yeah, I've seen a few of them where they're walking around with security guards, and that's going to cost more money. Yeah. And they're going to say that's why the ticket prices are where they're at, because you got to pay for security. Listen, just to paint the picture, she's walking across this area, and then you see one or two people who realizes who she is, and they just approach her in the vehicle, and I don't know if that's the vehicle in which she was going to get into. I don't know if there was a person in the vehicle that could have opened the door for her so she can go ahead and leave, or there was no one else around. There was so much that I saw a small portion that just was people like this fuck it up for everybody else. I get it. You're in the moment. That's a superstar. Maybe you're a superstar, the one you ride or die for. But there's a reason why I don't ask for autographs. I've seen people, a certain superstar was at a high school game just this weekend. I'm not going to say the superstar, but my friend noticed them and didn't say anything. And I was like, why didn't you go up and say hi, get an autograph or something? That's the person you talk about a lot. And he was like, I don't want to be rude or disrespectful. That person's enjoying their time. And I I completely get it. I respect it. And just not everybody has that mindset. So it's just unfortunate. I also think it's unfortunate for the WWE as well, because this is not your first rodeo being overseas or even in the States that you let this happen. And there was nobody in there to kind of get in there, because a lot of times if you go to the live shows, whether big pay-per-views or not, you can see there's an order of how they do the pay-per-views or whatnot. Now, if they're roaming around the city, a lot of times it's PR, it's episodes, it's little shorts to get to know who they are before their match, whether they're performing or not. But the drivers drive them in the arena at a certain place, and they park and they get back and forth in security. And like Manny said, there's areas where you can camp out respectfully and then come over to the little gate and sign some autographs, or you can pay a ridiculous amount of money, big ups to you, to buy packages and go ahead and meet them right then and there and take some pictures. They're giving you as much fucking access as possible. And I feel like every motherfucking month there's like 2 or 3 fucking slap nuts, fucking jabronis, fucking assholes who are sitting there. I like to call them, Mr. Showtime likes to call you fucking groupies, because that's what the fuck you are. Every one of you dumb motherfuckers who sat there. I normally don't go off the handle like this, but it doesn't matter if it was Rhea Ripley or if it was fucking Melina. I don't give who it is. It could have been Cody motherfucking Rose, man or woman. Have some fucking respect. Have some decency. You had CM Punk say a statement earlier. You just stop touching fucking strangers. I don't care if they're celebrities or not. I don't care if they're in music. I don't care if they're people who you see that are social media people, or they have a channel like the Critics Collective with over 24,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button. I'm just saying there's better ways to do it, people. There's better ways to do it.
So it's not only that, it's just the what could have happened, you know? This person's by herself and you just swarming. It just makes, because I've seen videos where, you know, you see Randy Orton or other wrestler be rude to the fan. Mm-hmm. And I think the more we have idiots who do shit like that, the more these wrestlers gonna be less receptive on like having, you know, these fans come over close to them and try to get autograph and say hi, or even want to stay behind and do these signings and stuff, because these people is always gonna be the few that ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, I'm for celebrities just telling people to go fuck off, to be honest. I think I saw Jay-Z one time putting somebody in their place. Tom Hanks was putting somebody in their place. Eminem has, you know, had songs where he's like, I can't even sit in the bathroom without by taking and somebody want to stand next to it and sign it. No, I won't sign your autograph. You can call me an asshole. I'm glad, because I am whatever you say I am. Listen, I just look at it as like, come on, like really, like I've seen, especially when they're in your city, you can see what hotel they're at. A lot of times people talk, it's online. You can see them at the airport and they're just hanging out, whether they're NXT and higher or in between or whatever. Just like I said, I don't understand it. I don't understand. Like I said, for these groupies, we have wasted too much time. What do we got, Manny?
Next, oh boy, Trick William. Whoop that trick. When lately he's been doing really good in the mic. You know, I really like what WWE has done with him as far as that heel turn. It has helped him a lot with his mic skills. That's one thing. You know, where, and I'm not comparing to apples, but where you have these wrestlers where they have the song the crowd get hyped with, and whoop that trick. You know, you see in NXT how the crowd get hyped with. He's there. I think he's there. He's ready to go to the main roster. My only fear is that they don't do him like they do Melo if he goes to the main roster.
I agree. I've been saying it for a while. We talked about the Clash in Paris, and where he would fit on a car like that. We talked about Ford and where he is right now in his thing. And I'm like, Melo and them broke up for a reason. And Melo was a first round draft pick, if you remember, in the draft. And I was like, man, that's big to take a new face and make him the first overall fucking pick. And what did that mean? It's no different than Austin Theory right now. So I just feel like with Trick, I don't know where Trick goes. I don't know what, you know, superstars like him goes, where they're at the point where they should be transitioning over, but where will they go? It's just, like I said, John Cena saying goodbye, Randy's still there, Jericho might pop up, all this other stuff. And then to go into kind of adding it is like right now he's holding the TNA championship and he's defended it, I think, twice. And I don't know what they're going to do with this. And I don't know if this is good for TNA and the wrestlers, for the ones that have been there from day one grinding on it. Now, I know their attendance has gone up, Slammiversary. They also had a live event, so they're doing well. But is that because of what they've been putting together? Is that the product of the WWE? So I look at it as a double-edged sword, a two-sided coin. Yes, I like the fact that Trick and others, he's not the only one to be able to get other belts and see other limelights as if you're in a different territory, right? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like he's done NXT, he's left, he's now at TNA, he's holding it down, and then he's going to come over to WWE's main roster as if it's a wrestler who's gone to All Elite or gone from All Elite to
When do they
WWE.
do the drafts again?
I don't know.
During what time?
I don't know, but hear me out. Hear me out. Listen here. WWE. I might have posted this on TikTok. I'm not sure. I've said this for years, and it makes so much fucking sense right now that it is on. No, seriously, that it is on ESPN. Hear me out before we get into the next one. If you're already on ESPN, even before you're on ESPN, I used to say this shit for years. Run the draft for the WWE, Raw, whatever you're going to do, run the draft the same way as the NFL's coverage. The same fucking thing, the same graphic, the same information at the bottom. Give them previous picks from the years before and throwbacks to those picks. Like, remember when Roman Reigns was taken third? If he wasn't taken third, we would have never got that Reigns run that made it epic. Things would have changed. Remember when Dolph Ziggler got picked out of that? Like, literally have Big E and them sitting there in their designer suits and talking the same. You're already doing the same shit on some elements. Just copy it. Have the the ESPN sound effect go off. Make them pay a little extra money, the Disney, and just do it almost where if you were sitting down and you didn't watch wrestling for a while, you would think it's the NFL draft. I got a fantasy draft later on today. I can't forget. But point blank, you would think somebody be like, "Yo, is this?"
He wearing the Dolphins hat.
Go Fins. And
not a Cowboy fans.
No, I'll be crying.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to lose the Cowboy subscribers. So
hey, we don't want to lose. We love everybody. We don't alienate anybody. But respect, I would say that it should be an NFL style draft whenever they do their draft. But it's not. It's not in fall. It's not in the fall. When is their draft?
Isn't it usually after WrestleMania?
I don't know. I feel like they just do it whenever they're ready. Let me type it in. Let me see. Let me look this up. Let me just look this up. Let's see. NFL draft. It's an annual event. It doesn't tell me the time just yet. What do we got next? What's the next topic? Let's keep it moving. I'll see if I can
Mr. Help the kids himself.
Help the kids. I have to look. Oh, I didn't know where you were going to go with this. I'm like, Mr. Help the kids themselves. Is that a real crowd? Yeah, that's a real crowd. That's
crowd
Paris.
At Clash in Paris.
Okay, because I didn't know if it was AI like Will Smith's video, so I was just checking to see.
Damn, it's not too soon.
I think the joke only works if the person's alive, you know, and and how the public perceives them. Because the Aussie line from Becky, that's why that didn't work.
So with John Cena face turn, not that I didn't enjoy his heel run, but I think they wasted it. And I feel like it was too short of a run. I thought they were gonna go further with it. And his face turn feel like it wasn't necessarily done because of story wise, but mainly because of the fans. Because even at some point when he was a heel, we were still cheering for him for some.
Yeah, but I think that's where we're at right now, where the show Unreal, the veil behind the magic, it's just different. A lot of us, like, I try so hard, if it wasn't probably for this channel, but I try so hard not to watch and listen to the news about what wrestlers being signed and who's going where. I like to be shocked and surprised. So seeing CM Punk pop up on All Elite Wrestling while I'm watching All Elite because I want to watch it, not because I heard CM Punk is going to show up tonight. This was just, and watching the reaction of me and everybody around the world, like, oh shit, and people who weren't watching trying to switch channels and change it. So I try to step away so I don't see that veil of it, but I don't know. And I'm okay with not knowing why every decision is made and where the money goes. And I just want to be entertained at the end of the day, whether for their athleticism or just the story writing or the package and production as a whole. I just want to be entertained. And last year's draft was April. It was in April. What they think is it's supposed to be a window that nobody knows, a signing window that we're not privy to. So they can move these dates whenever they want. So the new rumor will probably be September, October, that there'll probably be a draft coming up. If not, they may just wait till the next year and reset it for ESPN reasons. But yeah, we don't know. Tap, tap, tap.
So the other rumor is what's his name? Who just transferred from AEW to NXT?
Ricky Starks.
He might be going to the main roster already. So, and he's great in the mic. That's one thing, and he's good in the ring. So it will be surprising how they do. Hopefully, again, I don't. These guys are doing great right now in NXT, and just like Trick is doing great in TNA. I don't want them to go to the main roster and just get pushed to the back until their turn comes. You know, like you said before in our last episode, where we would want these older wrestlers who are already at the door to start going out and making spaces before you put these guys in. Or I understand you still need these guys to put these new wrestlers over. So
I don't think so. I get how the business is. You put people over, whether you're older, you're new. I just think people want good storylines. They want to be entertained. I think honestly, you could do a wrestling show where everybody's new, everybody's young, everybody's in their 20s. And as long as it's entertaining, it's good, I think people will watch it. I think you'll have some fanboys and girls who'll say differently. We see it all the time. But I just honestly think at the end of the day, how if Ricky went over, could you see him with the championship belt, or would you just see him as a mid carder? And I don't, and don't, you don't, okay. I was about to say you didn't have the answer. What I'm saying is like,
mid card.
I'm not going to get into it. All I'm saying is I never looked at wrestling that way. Even when I was in my 20s and early 30s, it was like, hey, I just like watch wrestling. I didn't look at somebody like, yo, you see that security guard? Who is that? Is he going to be somebody? Because MFJ was somebody, and this guy was somebody, and this guy was somebody, and they were security guards too. Like we're looking at this shit so deep now. Like, damn, are we enjoying it? Like that picture that you have. Like, go ahead and put that picture back up with John Cena. Every fucking cell phone. Like, we do the same shit with fireworks. Just enjoy the fucking moment. Like, I go places at times, and especially with my daughter, and I'll take out the phone for a little bit. And my wife or somebody be like, hey, why'd you put the phone away? We're recording. I'm like, I'm recording it here. I'm living in the moment. I'm enjoying it. Like, I want to record a little bit of it, but let's be honest. How many angles do you need of this? Like for moments like this, if I was a WWE, hey, listen, send us your video for free 99. Let's do a 360 goodbye video for John Cena. Let's do something like that. But damn, are you in the moment or are you recording the moment?
I want to record the moment, but that's why I got myself
he's in there looking like a spy.
Yeah.
And he just
so that way I don't have to keep. But again, I'm hoping if Trick William goes to the main roster, I know he's gonna get a pop, and I know I feel it in my guts that he's gonna be in the Royal Rumble.
I can see him in the Royal Rumble. I see him having a pop, but I could say the same thing for Ford. I could say the same thing for Mello. I could say the same thing for Ricky Starks. Say his name and he appears. I believe, and we did this. And we did. And what happened? Everybody popped and went crazy. And we watched people come over like superstars out of a Marvel movie. Check our reviews out. We watched people come over. And then what happened? They just blended in. And it's not to say that it's bad. I'm just saying, okay, we can both agree he'll get a pop. we'll both agree that he'll be maybe a part in one of the major pay-per-views coming up. And I can 100% guarantee that as soon as this music plays, you're going to have kids who don't say bad words look at their parents. Can I, mom, dad, can I whoop that trick, whoop that trick, whoop that trick?
And I know it's going to happen, because the more and more he's getting popular, not only with the NXT crowd, but with the TNA crowd, they're gonna put him in the Royal Rumble, and they're gonna see that he got that pop, and they're like, you know what, we have to get him in the main roster. Because I remember when I went to SmackDown down here, and he showed up, I was in there yelling, "Whoop that trick, whoop that trick," and I enjoyed every moment of it. So,
can you imagine that ride home though, Dad? What, son? What's a trick?
Well, son,
that's how I met your mom.
Yeah, but where you again, like you were saying before, where you have these indies wrestlers who are popular, and like Joe Hendry, and it's bound to happen. Even Jordan Hendry, I expect to go to the main roster eventually.
I don't, like I said before, it's a problem that luckily I don't have to make that choice. Like I said, a lot of people put stuff on Triple H. He's not the only one making decisions. He's got a company behind him, and sometimes that can make things messy. Check our review out for Marvel's Avenger video game and why that shit probably didn't work. But that's a big choice, to sit there and take a roster, even when you're playing the 2K games, to take a roster and try to make it work based off what you have and your budget and travel and XYZ and merchandise. And I don't think the WWE or TKO cares about that. They're like, let's get our brand every fucking where and let everybody watch it and let everybody buy what they want to buy when they want to buy it. And we'll have a handful of big heavy hitters, but we're fine with a bunch of mid-carders for some, upper class people to go ahead and buy some VIP tickets. So I can't go to WrestleMania. I'm sour.
Well, that's it for the episode, man.
That's it. Look at that. We done knocked that out. We done not that big. All right. Well, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you could have been anywhere you chose to be here. We greatly appreciate that. Like I said, we have tons of content. We're nearing 600 videos in total, man. We've got independent movies, we got wrestling, we got television and film, we got some adult content out there if you want to keep the mood going. We just got a lot of stuff that we've been doing. Anime, Keenan's joined the group. So there's a lot of stuff that we've been doing, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys as we make that climb to 25,000 subscribers and beyond. So check out anything inside the description for some of the various videos. Those links help us, and you showing your support, we always greatly appreciate it. Until the next 3 count, Kalika. You got anything else left to say, or that's...
Nah, just that.
Yeah, that's all he's gonna say. He's
Solo is the only.
No. Shit, I'ma get into it first. Until they put me in the dirt. Shit, I'ma get into it first. Shit, I'ma get into it.